Alright, viewers, don't be worried. We got another episode of G.A.S.E Radio coming up. You probably weren't worried till I just said that, but it's okay. We'll have some good stuff for you.
Because, before our episode kicks off, we have a nice word from our sponsor. And our sponsor this week is...
Darren Marlin.
Darren
Marler.
I'm keeping that in. Darren Marlin. Darren Marler is our sponsor for this week.
Oh, God.
You might know him as a professional voiceover artist. I know him as a friend, a brother, and a really great actor who's brought a couple awards to some of my independent films, and he's won them for his acting abilities. He's a great guy.
He is.
And,
he definitely is, and I'm just a jerk that can't say names, and I'm sorry, Darren.
So, here's a word from our very own, the guy who even does the intro and outro for us for G.A.S.E.
Yes.
Here we go with Darren Marlin. Darren Marler.
Ghosts, demons, aliens, the unexplained, the paranormal, stories of the weird and the dark, submitted by authors and fans. Weird Darkness. Celebrities, politicians, criminals. Oh wait, I already said celebrities and politicians, didn't I? True stories of individuals and moments of duh. The Daily Dose of Weird News, every weekday on YouTube at dailydoseofweirdnews.com.
Warning, this podcast may contain explicit language and maybe some other sexual things.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to G.A.S.E Radio, your home for gaming, anime, superhero news, and entertainment. Waft in and listen. Here are your hosts, Randy and Luigi. Excuse me.
And welcome to a brand new episode of G.A.S.E Radio. I'm Randy Lee Beasley.
And it's me, Luigi.
Thanks again, Darren, for being our sponsor. Always great as always. Never changing that opening. It's hilarious. And yeah, let's just take a moment in. We just recently streamed a new like a demo for Resident Evil 7. We got some. We have a big news for y'all today. Big chunk of it.
Yeah,
just shoving down.
We
your
got
throat.
some reviews to do. We've got some news.
Oh yeah, and I love bacon. Okay. Anyway, let's kick it off with the gaming section.
Pass me a controller and grab that beer. It's game time.
All right. I'm driving my Lincoln here now. We're gonna. This is the gaming section, so let's snort it back in there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do lots of snorting.
Okay. So first on the agenda, the list here, there is a new fighting game called Animation Throwdown, which features characters from Family Guy, American Dad, Futurama, Bob's Burgers, and King of the Hill.
That actually sounds pretty funny.
It's a tournament fighter featuring all your favorite characters from there.
And they're just gonna have like random things like
special moves and everything.
Like Homer will throw donuts or drink a beer and get super powerful and
Right.
punch somebody in the throat. That's
so all
awesome.
those there's the fight emulators out there in the builders where they were doing that already. Well, now it's a real reality. Like it's actually happening.
That's actually pretty dope. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, especially for all those Family Guy fans and American Dad fans, Simpsons fans. Simpsons' last run is coming up. I mean, this is something that I think a lot of gaming and the television series people really need right now is just to see a bunch of their favorite characters and then see them punch each other in the face.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Now we have the Batman. The whole Arkham package has been pushed back. Return to Arkham has been pushed back indefinitely until they can make it perfect. So indefinitely usually means it's going to go to Delta. They're not going to do it. They're not saying it's canceled. It's just pushed back indefinitely until they can figure out a good way to do it. Which, in other words, is they don't care anymore, and they don't want to put any more money into it. So they say fuck it. They'd rather have you buy the actual games and make more money than one single thing. So, makes sense, but also at the same time, it's a cop-out, and we called this was going to happen, too, anyway. So we knew this was going to happen. But on a better Batman news, the trailer for Telltale Games Batman came out.
Oh, amazing. I got to sit down and take a look at that.
It looks amazing, and apparently it's starting soon, and by the end of the year, Season 1 will be over.
So they're doing multiple seasons,
Yep.
not just multiple episodes, but multiple seasons.
Right.
So is this going to be the first season-based game?
Well, like there's Walking Dead. Season 1,
they do.
Season 2,
But they don't have. Well, yeah, they do have it episodic as well. So I mean, I guess that this
it's
could
like
be
Season 1, Episode 1, 2, 3. So yeah,
Right.
we're gonna be getting Season 1
This
with a
sounds
bunch
like it
of
could be
episodes.
some fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah.
The Jurassic Park one was fun. The Back to the Future one was fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I got to sit down and play the Jurassic Park one, but you and I can beat that one out together.
And then again, we some episodes we have a lot more news than other categories. Some episodes have all the categories filled, but that's more of our update on the gaming. But we're gonna end the gaming section with Luigi's review of Mighty Number 9.
Fucking piece of shit. I'm enraged by this game because we were promised all of these things. It's supposed to be the new Mega Man. It is literally has the same exact premise, but it's not Mega Man. It's not Mega Man in the slightest. In order to get all of your power-ups and things like that, you need to absorb other robots. So you shoot them 3 times, then you dash at them, and that absorbs the robots. That's the entire premise of the game. That's it. You shoot, you absorb, that's it. You get to the end of the game, or you get to the end of the level, beat a boss, absorb his power, and then you get a new armor. You never get a charge shot. You can heal by absorbing robots. You can get a damage upgrade by absorbing robots. You can get a defensive and a speed boost by doing the same thing. But that's pretty much it. That's the entire premise of the game. It's entertaining, but it isn't worth the fucking $20 that I fucking spent thinking I was getting a goddamn Mega Man game, and I got this. Have you played those fucking iRunner games? It's fucking iRunner meets Mega Man. That's fucking what I played, and it fucking sucked balls.
I haven't played it yet, but like my whole thing is they kept pushing it back, promising us, pushing it back.
And they said it was gonna be a new Mega Man.
And it like all these delays for what?
Yeah, and
all of its reviews are bad.
It's absolutely, as far as the game goes, it's entertaining. It is not fun.
I haven't seen it rated higher than a 6 out of 10 anywhere.
Right. I wouldn't say that it's fun. I wouldn't say that this is a game I'm going to play all the time. This is a nice time waster, a nice time burner. It's entertaining. I wouldn't say don't get the game, but at the same time, it's not worth the $20. And it's just... It's an game. I would rate it a 5 out of 10. There's nothing to it. You just shoot and run. That's all you're doing. There's no strategy base to it. Maybe there's some... Because I got past the first level. I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. But then I realized after the first level, I didn't get upgraded at all. There's no extra armor. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. I can't even stress enough how pissed off I am at being promised a Mega Man game and then getting kicked in the face. I understand this wasn't supposed to be actual Mega Man, but you guys could have done a way better job, and you and I both know it.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck.
And we do have one final thing. We mentioned this in our intro. Luigi and I just beat 2 times, almost the 3rd time until we ended the stream. We just beat the Resident Evil 7
Beginning hour
demo for the game. Lots of secrets. We beat it the first time, and we found out there's not multiple endings. There's multiple ways to get caught by the guy. There's ghosts
Right.
in the game. There's like this hillbilly Hills Have Eyes vibe with the guy. There's a phone. Like we found everything. The only thing
PT meets The Hills Have Eyes
meets Resident Evil.
Resident
Kinda.
Evil. Yeah.
We in the 3rd playthrough. You can just you can watch our live stream on the YouTube channel and on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/G.A.S.E Radio.
Don't get me wrong. This was fun. It was a very, very fun demo. not what I expected, but in a good way in this one.
Right.
It's something different at the same time as familiar at the same time.
To me, it feels like it's almost like Umbrella was like, this place is haunted, let's fucking try to mutate. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew the place was weird, so they're like, let's release a virus here and see if we can get some supernatural shit.
Right.
Like,
well, it also seems like these guys might be paranoid because we saw that photo that had the Umbrella helicopter on it, and they're like, are they watching us? Mm-hmm. So there's kind of a few things, like it's a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of paranormal, and a little bit of zombie. It's really...
Like I said, we played through and beat it twice, and then the third playthrough we got the axe, and there's really nothing.
Right, this is a super short demo, but it's exciting.
And you have to play through it a couple times to get the different ways the guy finds you and everything. We did play it a couple times because that's the only way to get all the items.
Right.
But there's still one item that no one has found out what it's for. It's like
it's a
dummy
dummy
finger, and people are thinking it's a key. We thought it was the fuse in the beginning, but no one's figured out what it is. So we're gonna keep you updated on that.
Yeah, we're going to keep playing it through and see what we can find, but
other than that, that's another game besides Mafia 3 on the PS4 in the fall. Also on the PS4, we're going to be getting the South Park, the Fractured Butthole game. And we're also going to be getting Pokemon Sun and Moon on the 2DS. But now we're definitely getting Resident Evil 7 as well. The demo has its card. But so now that's that. Let's kick off the animated asshole section.
Animated. Assholes? Possibly.
All right, so
Oh yes.
I really love this part about our little anime section. One Punch Man is coming to Toonami. He spelled Toonami wrong. Toonsme. It's coming to Toonami, so that means we're gonna have an English dub of One Punch Man.
And the rumors are that it's Adam Park, John Young Bosch, playing the voice.
Yes, and that's actually exciting too because he's in a lot of our favorite animes. Trigun, he's in Naruto, he's in I believe he's actually Ichigo in Bleach. He's in a lot of different animes, and it's wonderful. But I'm just super excited that we're gonna get a dubbed version of One Punch Man. It's 13 episodes long, super exciting, and very, very weird, but very funny and entertaining. I do have to give that one like a 9 stars out of 10. Like, fuck, that's a great show.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 is official. There's no more rumors. There's no more speculation. There's no more we have to get the script done. It's going into production for a release date in 2018.
Hopefully they fucking use Sonic the Hedgehog this time.
I'm excited. They're going with the original plan where they're going to, the online gaming and the home consoles now, they're going to go through that. So I'm curious if we're actually getting the same Ralph from the first one or if it's just another version of Ralph. We don't know. Because there's more than one Ralph.
Well, I have a funny feeling.
Somehow they're going to make it the same one.
I think it's going to be the same one. I think he's going to go back to his old ways because he's a computer program. So he's going to go back to his old ways eventually. So I think he just kind of gets all grumpy and shit and then goes on a little bit of a rampage, wants to discover something new, and then discovers himself all the fuck over again. And I swear to God, Pixar, if you do it to us a second time, I'm going to kick you in the shins.
Oh, it's not Pixar. It's just Disney's animated.
Oh, it's Disney. I'm sorry, Pixar. Disney, if you fuck us again, I'm going to kick you in the scrotum.
My whole thing is, they're not going to do that. They're saying they're going to explore a different medium, how there's more versions of Ralph out there. There's more arcade cabinets and everything. So are we going to get... We're not going to get the same Ralph, because if it's from a online perspective...
So it's going to be like
port,
a Nega Ralph?
It's going to be Ralph, because there's more than one version of Ralph.
Right, but it's going to be like the evil version of our Ralph.
No. He won't be evil. He's just not going to be the same Ralph we know from the first movie. If this is a Ralph based on the internet gaming platform and everything, it's going to be the same Ralph, but at the same time, it's different. If he hasn't found himself...
It's like having Ralph on the PC and having Ralph on the PS4. They're two different Ralphs, but they're still Ralph.
They're the same Ralph. That's my whole thing. So, like, all the character development from the first one is out the window because we're getting a brand new Ralph now.
You know what would be funny, though? If they made a movie based off them making a game for the movie and those characters.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty fucking... I would die laughing at the
That's
theater.
what Wreck-It Ralph 3 is. It's a movie based on the games. Based on the movie. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, sad yet hilarious news. They played a rated R Sausage Party trailer for a early screening of Finding Dory. So it was a rated R red band trailer for Sausage Party. All those little kids.
Oh my god!
All those little kids in the audience swearing fucking crazy Seth Rogen animated food, just swearing on the screen. That's a fun one.
I'm sorry. That is the best thing I've ever heard because that sounds like something Seth Rogen would plan.
On purpose, right?
On purpose. And I guarantee you he probably didn't, but still, that's great.
The Little Prince animated short that we're always like, okay, it's supposed to go to theaters. Why isn't it in theaters? They keep pushing it back. Netflix bought it, and it's going to be premiering on Netflix. That's why it's been delayed in theaters, because
Wait, what was this?
The Little Prince, the award-winning animated short film. Instead of going to a mass market in theaters, Netflix was like, nope, we're buying it. And they didn't tell anybody, and now it's going to premiere on Netflix.
Oh,
so we're like, where the
okay.
fuck is the cinematic release for this ad?
Sorry, guys, it was tied up in lawsuits for a little while. Here it is.
Netflix owns it now, so they're going to put it out there on Netflix.
Surprise!
So I'm really looking forward to seeing it, because it's supposed to be great.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Besides the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Movie 2,
Man, those games are dope, though. The Lego Batman
yeah.
games. I just started playing number 2 again. I beat number 3.
They're making a Lego Ninjago movie, and Michael Pena and Dave Franco are cast in it already. Really good actors. Dave Franco, he plays the guy who pretends to be Robert De Niro in Neighbors with the cat, Jinxie Cat.
Yeah, that's James Franco's brother.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the one that's in 21 Jump
Michael
Street,
Pena,
22
Michael
Jump Street.
Pena, he's a great actor. Most recently, I think, well, there's more recents, but he was Scott Lang's best friend in Ant-Man.
Okay.
So he's in there. That's great. Incredibles 2. That's again just like Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Oh, yeah.
They said they were making it, whatever, but it was still speculation.
Okay,
that's
were making
officially
it.
That's our update here is that it's the voice artists have already done voice work for it, and it's well on its way, just like our movie Mighty.
The original movie was what, 2000, 2008?
The original Incredibles was like 2001, 2002.
2001,
It's
2002.
old.
They said back in 2006 we were getting a new one.
Right. So now it's no longer speculation, and they've already started production, just like our Mighty
Fucking
Clown
10
movie.
years later, you better have made the best fucking... I better cry and have a heart on at the same time. Okay, Disney? Alright?
Speaking of which, I saw Finding Dory over the weekend with my wife and daughter. Great movie.
Really?
Great fucking movie.
Alright.
It opens up, and it connects with the first... It's all about Dory, and it connects with the first movie so well. Like, it's not really a spoiler, but you see Dory as a baby, and it skips ahead a little bit. And that exact moment where she bumps into Marlin, and they go on, and she sees the boat, that's where it stops, and then it goes a year later. And then it shows that's when the sequel kicks in. It's so great.
Finding Dory, the way they mean finding isn't the same way they meant Finding Nemo. They're not physically looking for Dory.
Dory is trying to find her parents and figure out herself and be comfortable with herself.
Right, so she's finding herself again.
It was so great. A lot of great new characters. Disappointing. They do have Crush and the Turtles in there, but no Bruce the Shark. No Fish Tank Gang, even though they said they were going to be in it. No Fish Tank Gang in the movie. William Dafoe, the one fish, the starfish. Even though they, apparently in the end, post-credits of the first one, they get out and they're in the water, but you don't see them at all. So that's a little disappointing.
That sounds disappointing, but hey.
Dory has some friends.
One or two thumbs up?
2 thumbs up, for sure.
2 thumbs up?
There's moments where I cried, I laughed. It's focusing on Dory's mental handicap. She has the short-term memory loss, and she gets swept up away as a kid, and it's fucking sad.
That does sound sad.
Because she, essentially scoured the ocean looking for her parents and said she can't remember. Her, whole adult life so far has been her trying to... She can't even remember what she was looking for in the beginning. That's fucking sad. She at some point, she forgets that she's looking for her parents, but the best part is certain things start cueing her in, and she starts remembering a little bit.
Okay, so it's just kind of like the ending of the first one where she saw Sydney, Wallaby Way, and then all of a sudden all of her memories came back.
Right. So that it fits on that part. You find out that Just Keep Swimming song was taught to her by her parents.
Do you find out how she got the short-term memory loss?
You don't find out about it. She was just born that way, which is a reflection on American society, where or in general society, where you have a handicap, people treat you differently. Some are mean, some are understanding. It's really good.
Right.
And again, the new voice of Nemo, because it's 10 years after the first one, Hayden Rollins, he played the young version of me in my first ever indie film, Whom I Fear. Congratulations again, man. That is great. Disney rich, you little bastard. No, Just kidding. You gotta have some humor. This is an adult podcast. I'm really proud of you, man. You played the young version of me very well, and now years later, you're fucking Nemo. That's amazing. That is so cool.
Got swept up by that Disney wave, man. You ride it.
They did give the original voice of Nemo cameo in the end. He's the kid. He was the I forgot his name on the show, but he was in Weeds. He's the youngest.
Yeah, the young
mustache.
kid.
Well, not the youngest, but for the time he was the youngest till she has her new kid.
Right.
But yeah. So he has a little cameo in there. It's great. There's a little bit more far-fetched moments in Finding Dory, like fucking octopus can't really escape like that. They can't drive a truck. Stuff.
Right.
But it's a kids movie.
Right. I mean,
it's great.
Yeah.
I'll be buying it, and my daughter sat through the whole movie again. I love that.
That's gonna be what you're gonna have on repeat instead of Despicable Me.
Instead of fucking having Inside Out playing downstairs, Aladdin upstairs, and on the big screen on the PS4 have fucking Zootopia. Oh, I'm so glad she stopped watching Inside Out every day because I love that movie, and it's so fucking sad.
It's just so emotional,
once
man.
The kid dies, all those everything dies. It's like it's fucked up. You don't want to think about Inside Out when you die and your body starts failing and shutting down. People say that white light you see in your life flashing before your eyes when you're dying is your brain fucking dying and you're seeing all these things because it doesn't know what to do because you're dying. That's some scary fucking thought right there. None of y'all go kill yourselves now after I said this to you on the podcast. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. It's some fucked up train of thought here. But anyway, I digress, and I don't like watching Inside Out that much. Anyway, moving on.
Good movie, but just too emotional.
People,
way too emotional, man.
People think Black is Goten in Dragon Ball. If you're watching Dragon Ball Super, it's clear he's not Goten. First of all, if you're a fan of the original Magna and the fucking anime, you know that Goten was conceived during those 7 days before the Cell Games. That doesn't happen in the Future Trunks timeline because Goku's already dead because of the heart virus before androids even show up. So it's not Goten. And if you're paying attention to the dialogue, you know it's not Goten.
You know what, dude? I think it is Goku, but I think that their timeline changed, and I think something happened to him.
Right.
I think that's what.
But it's not Goten, because that wouldn't make fucking sense. Because Chi-Chi gets pregnant with Goten before the Cell Games, not before the androids.
Right, but it could also be Goten, and just hear me out. It could also be Goten because it looks like a slightly, not much, slightly younger version of Goku. And
well, if you watch the most recent episode, Goku finally fights Black.
Right.
They're exactly the same, but they're not revealing who he is yet. Right now, Goku's just calling him a copycat.
Right. Okay, but let's say it is Goten. It could be because think about it.
Well, Chi-Chi was killed.
Right, but
and Goten wasn't.
No. Let's say it did change his Trunks' past, so Goku was still around.
It didn't change his past, though, because they showed us when he goes back, he had to kill the androids himself, and then he had to stop Cell from going back. So that doesn't work. That's what we're trying to get at here. Is like, there's no fucking plausible way that it can be Goten.
Right. It wouldn't be linear in the timeline, and
because even though Trunks went to the past and even though he fixed shit, but he also fucked shit up as well, causing the whole Cell thing. When he goes back. That's the thing. The future has already been changed.
I have a funny feeling that Goku stayed dead and was in the other world, and Bills found him and made him the new god of destruction.
That would be a good one.
That maybe have happened in their timeline because that sounds
be good. That would be interesting.
And then he got
getting heated.
Right. Then he got somebody to wish him back with the Dragon Balls. Finds out Chi-Chi's dead and goes on a fucking rampage and goes, "I'm stronger than all of you. I'm gonna kill everybody."
Well, speaking of which, the next thing is we're finally getting the Dragon Ball Super English dub, spring 2017. Okay. Granted, it's starting over with the whole Battle of the Gods, but it's going to be on Toonami, it's going to be uncut, it's going to be our favorite English actors.
Right. Any of you that haven't seen the movies yet, don't just watch Dragon Ball Super. I mean, there's a couple of differences, but it's like 99.9% the same exact fucking movie.
Right, and that is it for the animated asshole section. That was a good one. And
yeah, it was.
I always love talking Dragon Ball Super. Watch that shit.
Oh, shit. I just saw, and now I have to actually watch the episode where Trunks comes back from the past.
And he starts attacking Goku.
Yes.
It's like, oh god, it's so good.
And then Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 and just fucking punches him and goes, "Oh shit, are you okay?"
He knocks the fuck out of Trunks.
Well,
Goku,
oh shit, are you
Goku's
okay?
expecting Trunks to have pushed himself further as well. So when
Which he did.
He did, but Trunks has yet, to our knowledge, he has yet to even perfect Super Saiyan 2.
No,
he has not gone Super Saiyan 2 yet.
No, he did. He actually says
it's
it.
just one.
No, because when he's all sparky and shit, that's 2. There's Super Saiyan 1, he glows, his hair stands up. Super Saiyan 2, his hair stands up even higher, and lightning comes around him.
Yeah, because so far I haven't seen the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. I've watched all the episodes. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, rewatch it. You're gonna see the lightning coming around him, and you're gonna see Goku. Right.
But with the whole Akira Toriyama's mindset, it could just be him.
No, I think he
until
actually mentions, you start off at Super Saiyan 2? Alright, then I guess I might as well power up too.
Well, Black doesn't transform.
No, I'm talking about Goku and Trunks when they're fighting.
I don't remember that in the fight. I'll have to
Yeah, he
it.
goes, so you're going to Super Saiyan 2. So he can go Super Saiyan 2, but that's his peak.
And I think that's why Goku went 3, because he was... regardless, Goku was still expecting, bless you, Trunks to have pushed himself further this whole time, and he hasn't. So when Goku's like, bam! Because I remember that, because Trunks goes flying into the earth, and he's just like, okay, well, whoops.
Yeah,
I guess I can't go Super Saiyan God on your ass now.
Yeah, he quickly jumps down. He's like, are you okay? Oh, shit, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. See, that part I remember all that great. Like, I again, watch Dragon Ball Super, and now let's move on to the superhero section.
Fuck yes.
Yes, you're listening to the superhero section. I killed Miss Piggy and ate her bacon for breakfast. And, yes, you just heard me. We're on the superhero...
Fuck off, Kermit. I just choked out Kermit with the C. Anyway, this is the superhero section. And first off, the Dredd versus Alien versus Predator comics are happening. Finally.
Yes.
Judge Dredd's going to be taking on Predator and Alien. Great crossover. I'm pretty sure they had a Dredd versus Predator already.
Isn't that a little overkill? I think this is pretty one-sided with the... I think Aliens and Predators could kill Dredd.
Dredd's pretty badass, and he has his handgun that turns into different weapons, but it's a little weird. But I'm fucking excited anyway. I'm still going to read that shit.
This is going to be great, dude.
George Lucas and Samuel L. Jackson have both said that Mace Windu is apparently still alive. I call bullshit. As you know me, I'm fucking biggest Star Wars fan. I fucking know. He could have survived his hand being cut off, lightning bolt and thrown out the window. Yeah, sure, that's fine. But that's episode 3. Then there's fucking 17 years between that and episode 4. So Mace Windu's already in his 40s and 50s in the prequel trilogy. So that's 17 more years added to him. So he's in his 60s and 70s at this point. Then episode fucking 7 is 30 years after that. Mace Windu is fucking dead. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry. He's a human, and he cannot live thousands of years like Yoda.
Wait.
He's dead.
Wait. I wouldn't say thousands of years like Yoda, but how many of the Jedis are fucking old? I'm not saying thousands of years.
The oldest living human Jedi was only 102.
So he could potentially still be alive.
Yeah, but they're not going to have Samuel Jackson come back to the role and start fighting with a lightsaber at this point. I'm sorry.
Well, they had Ben Kenobi do it.
Ben Kenobi's lightsaber fight's fucking horrible in The New Hope. I'm sorry. And
I know,
they had
but...
Darth Tyrannus do it. Yeah, sure, that's fine. But he was 62, and there was CG and all that shit. Yeah, that's fine. But it's just... I'm sorry. George Lucas, and he doesn't even own Star Wars anymore, essentially, and Samuel L. Jackson, they're just trying to fucking stir the pot. If they want to do something, I'd say they can have him come back in Rebels, but ultimately he has to die, because at least in Rebels, he would only be in his 60s, or 60, 65, 70. He would be old, but he could still fight, just like Darth Tyrannus did in Episode 2 and 3. But at that point, add another 30 fucking years onto it, or you could even have him show up in Rogue One if you wanted to, but that's not going to happen. Because we already got one black guy in Rogue One, and that's Forrest Whitaker playing the character.
Right, he's our token black guy.
He's the oldest character. He's the older version of the young character from the Clone Wars TV show. So if they want to bring back Mace Windu, they should do it in Rebels, the cartoon show that takes place a little bit before Episode 4.
Or, because you know they're probably going to have something like a little, that takes place a little bit before. I'm not talking,
he can come back in the Force Ghost in any episode he wants. That
right.
That doesn't bother me. But to say that he's a fucking alive, if he survived that attack...
Well, I'm saying they might make it like a live action movie taking place right before or right after Rebels where they can throw him in.
True, and also because Rogue One is the next live action movie that comes out this December. That takes place a couple days before Episode 4,
and
first Star Wars.
They said Mace Windu's alive. They didn't say when he was alive, though, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So they probably don't mean in Episode 7. They probably mean he's still
8, yeah.
Right. He's still alive, and he might show up in one of the other movies that they're gonna.
Or
do.
they were just talking out of their asses, saying like, "Yeah, he survived that. It's Sam Jackson." You know what I'm saying?
Well, he is Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect any different. You throw him out of a building at 100 feet high, he'll survive.
Right.
And then he's gonna come back. And he's going to train the Avengers to kill you. That's just how this fucking works, man.
And before we got into this, speaking of the Dredd versus Alien versus Predator, before we got into Mace Windu, Dredd 2, like we talked about, was officially happening. It's not Netflix is not doing a series. Netflix is actually starting to talk about developing an actual sequel exclusive to Netflix. So kind of what they're doing with Adam Sandler's movies right now, they want to do that with Dredd.
They bought the rights for it, though, right?
Essentially, Carl Urban pitched that he wanted to be Dredd again, that he was talking to Netflix and all this other shit. And they're going through the motions right now. But the main thing is, Netflix usually does series and shit. He just wants a movie.
Well, they do movies, too, so maybe they're just going to continue on with the Dredd saga of the movies.
Right, so they are developing a sequel. It's not confirmed what it is yet, but it is 100% confirmed now that Dredd 2 is happening. Again, there's no more speculation. There's no more, oh, it's happening. No, it's like legitimately happening, and Netflix is in talks with it, which is great. Because, I'm sorry, the Sylvester Stallone fucking Dredd kind of blew. It was okay, but, like, no. I loved Carl Urban because he's the main character, he's a good actor, he's the lead actor, and he kept his fucking helmet on just like Dredd does in the comics.
You know, I have a theory about the Sylvester Stallone one. That was in a time where they were starting to change movies. They wanted something a little bit different, so they gave them something a little bit different.
No, that's not it at all. What happened with the Sylvester Stallone one is because they're paying so much to have Sylvester Stallone, and Sylvester Stallone at that point thought he was a big shot. He didn't want to wear the helmet the whole time. He wanted to show his face. And
that's not Dredd, though.
Because exactly, for his request, I remember this one. For fucking Sly's request, he wanted to show his face because he didn't like the character. He was just doing it. Essentially, he was just doing it for the money. And then you put fucking Rob Schneider in it. That kind of sucked too. Carl Urban's the one who actually likes the Dredd comics. Is like, I'm not taking the helmet off. Unless it's a cool fucking shot at the end after he gets a scar or something real quick to like fix his hair or to like wipe the blood off and then put the helmet right back on. He's not doing it.
Right, I think he took the helmet off like once in the movie.
No, they showed him put it on. Like they showed the steps walking, his badge, and then you see him pick up the helmet from his hands, and then you see it go down. So you see like his cheeks for a couple seconds. That's it.
Right.
It never comes off the rest of the movie, and that fucking made my dick hard as a rock on a fucking cock on a clock.
Man, the fucking special effects for that, though, was great. Fires and explosions.
Exactly, it's the same thing. Like, the RoboCop remake was good. The special effects rock. That creepy-ass scene where they fucking remove his body and just his lungs and shit and his brain and his head. The remakes aren't that bad, and people are bitching.
And one hand.
Dredd was so violent and amazing, just like the comics. How can you not jerk off into someone's mouth and go, yeah, this is nice, after watching Dredd?
And the rape scenes, those were good, too.
Fucking... Oh, God. Anyway.
I'm kidding. There were rape scenes, but not like actual rape scenes. They were like, oh yeah, put this in your mouth, and then it cut to another completely different thing.
So anyway, just how Marvel is pursuing a Black Widow movie, Warner Brothers is talking about making a Batgirl movie set in the new DC Cinematic Universe.
Oh yeah?
I would welcome a Batgirl movie, as long as they have a good actress. No, bring back fucking Alicia Silverstone and be like, there's Batgirl from...
Because Batgirl went off on her own for a little while too, right?
Yeah, and it would be good. I mean, because after she's paralyzed, she becomes Oracle for the Birds of Prey. Eventually, she gets fixed back up. This should be a Batgirl story ending with Jared Leto and, like, setting up the Killing Joke.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. But that's all I have to say about that. Michael Mann... fuck is Michael Mann? The actor. I thought for some reason I'm like Michael Moore. No, Michael Mann, the actor, great actor, is set to play Carnage in Spider-Man: Homecoming. When I say set to play, it's not confirmed yet. Until you hear the words come out of my mouth, it is confirmed, and there's a source. It's not actually happening yet, but he is.
So there's
set,
rumors right now.
It's past rumor because he's talking to them. That part is true. He's auditioning and trying out for the Carnage. Now I have one problem with this. I don't care what you do or what it's in, no matter what form. I'm sorry, Venom has to come before Carnage because it's the Venom that escapes in the comics, Reed Richards, and then it would probably be fucking Tony Stark in this one because they don't have Fantastic Four yet. It's that little piece of the symbiote of Venom that bonds with the person. I forgot the fucking name of him, but he's the crazy fucking inmate in the prison bus. It's that bonds with him that makes it red. That's almost like the man is so evil that he fucking corrupts the fucking symbiote, and that's what becomes Carnage.
Yeah.
You need to have you guys, Spider-Man Homecoming is looking great, but you need to set up Venom before you can do Carnage. And we don't want no bullshit fucking that 70s show Venom. We want the big fucking buff, brutal, tongue going all crazy, eating people fucking Venom.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. But I understand that Carnage is supposed to come after Venom. And according to the comics, I can see how they can reverse it, though. If they bring out Carnage and then have Venom be just like Carnage, as in like getting the powers over to Eddie Brock later on. They could do that. It could work out well.
I wouldn't like that.
I mean, I wouldn't like it.
All the good shit they're doing, it would throw it down the drain. Because
they've been doing that a lot with fucking Spider-Man, man.
From J. Jonah Jameson's son, the astronaut, the symbiote comes back. From there, and then it bonds with Peter, and then it bonds with Eddie Brock. And that's why he kind of keeps that whole Spider-Man thing, because it still wants Peter, but it's settling for Eddie Brock. And then it's that little piece that breaks off, and it wants to escape, and that gets onto Carnage, and it's like that guy is so fucking crazy that's what makes Carnage.
Right.
So I'm thinking that would be cool. They should do Spider-Man Homecoming, and they should tease the character who will become Carnage. That's what they should do. Maybe make him the one who shot Uncle Ben. Criminal, psychopath, that's why he's in there.
Well,
there is no set character. There's so many different variations of who killed Uncle Ben. So that'd be cool. Maybe like if he shoots him, and then like in the third fucking movie or something, Venom's already out there, but then like have Carnage be that guy, and that's the ultimate foe for Peter. Peter with the spider powers fighting this fucking asshole who killed his uncle with the fucking Carnage. Now, copyright. I mean, we can't copyright it, but fuck you. Give us credit if you use that idea, sons of bitches, because that sounds sick. That's a good twist.
Fucking Marvel, just write us a fucking email thanking us. That's all we really want.
Just a big thank you and maybe some hookers.
Some hookers would be nice,
some hookers. No, I'm just kidding. Just a thank you and $2 million would be perfect.
On freshly powdered snow.
We're like, oh, just a great thank you. No, we want money. Eat a cock.
And a thank you. We do want you to say thank you.
Michael Moore's playing Carnage. He's like, make an American documentary, and now I'm a red monster. Yes. All right. That'll do it with the superhero section.
That's called the Blob, man.
Yes. Let's move on to entertainment. Luigi's going to kick that shit off while I go. Mark 2, Warp 7, entertainment, engage.
All right. Well, I got some pretty sad news right now for the entertainment section. Somebody got stabbed while watching The Shallows in the movie theater. Okay, I don't understand this. Why do people have to keep killing people in theaters while they're trying to enjoy their fucking movies and shit with their families? That's just fucking bullshit. And not to mention, I heard the ending of this movie fucking sucked. It ends after 2 hours of fucking suspense with a woman trapped on a fucking island no bigger than her body. She jumps out of the way and the shark is fucking impaled. Who wants to fucking spend $10 to see 2 hours of a suspenseful shark movie with that kind of an ending? Really? Out of all this time, all she had to do was jump out of the goddamn way and the shark just dies? What the shit? Oh, this would be a really bad time to make a joke. This would be a really bad time to make a joke. I'm gonna make it anyway. You can just cut it out later. Maybe like...
Yes.
Oh God! But with all these movies out lately, I haven't seen like a really good scary movie with a really good ending yet.
Yeah. Because I mean, I saw The Conjuring 2, and like, there's a good resolution, but
I saw it too. It
ends with them the fucking Elvis song playing as they dance.
Right.
It doesn't even set up anything else. And then I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like, there has not been a good horror movie where we've got a good ending in a long fucking time.
I kind of have to put all my eggs in my basket with Valak.
Hopefully that's good.
I'm hoping. I heard Annabelle was really good, but I haven't seen Annabelle.
See, Annabelle I did not like. That was more of like a fucking like studio, make Annabelle, make money. Valak's going to be produced by...
Same producers?
The same producers and the director of the Conjuring movies. So,
okay,
there's a little bit more control on what it's aimed for there.
Good. I'm kind of hoping for something good with that. And I did hear... Oh, God.
G.A.S.E Radio.
G.A.S.E Radio. And I did see what you were talking about with the Hook
come
Man.
To dinner with us? You get all-you-can-eat buffet at La Hacienda, the best Mexican place around.
Ooh, what time is it?
We're going to be done here soon, and it's going to be good. Yes, that's right. We're making dinner plans. So
Maybe.
So continue.
I did see what you were talking about with the Hook, the Crooked Man. Yeah.
Stop motion. It was like a Tim Burton thing.
No, it was very CGI, and you're right. It did kind of pull away from the movie.
They filmed it stop motion.
Really?
On a green screen, and they added it into the movie.
That's kind of impressive for stop motion.
Yeah, it's cool, but it took me out of the movie.
Right. You're just like, oh God, come on. I mean, I did like some of the parts where it was like scaring the little girl and shit, but
that made sense. But at the end,
right?
Very like that. I don't know.
Why is it chasing you down? Like it already served its purpose.
Let's see here. Preacher has got a full order season 2 on AMC.
Oh yeah.
Season 1 did so well. I only watched the first couple episodes. I love it. I'm waiting for it to come on Netflix so I can watch the whole thing. Preacher is a comic book series that Seth Rogen, out of all people, and his partner Evan Goldberg. He actually has a wife. I mean, like his team partner. They directed This Is the End and all this other good shit. His like best friend essentially, who also works in Hollywood with him. Preacher it's a supernatural comedy horror fucking thriller, and it's just great. There's villains like Arseface and all this other good shit. And so far, just like the first season of Walking Dead, they captured what the comic is in a nutshell. So hopefully when they have the full order now for season 2, they can get into it. I only watched the first 2 episodes of the first season, and so far it's literally like watching the comic. And there's a couple changes, of course, because they need to make it different, but it's great. So far I've been impressed. So I'm looking forward to season 1 coming out so I can watch it in full, and I'm looking forward to season 2 after that. We're getting a Minecraft movie in 2019.
Really?
Yeah. Minecraft it's actually been out longer than you think, and
right, but Minecraft the movie, Is it gonna be 8-bit?
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fucking 8-bit movie.
It's just not gonna be. It's not gonna be as popular or as good as the Lego movie.
Oh hell no!
But it's probably still gonna make a bunch of money because that's all fucking kids talk about nowadays is fucking Pokemon, Lego, and Minecraft.
Well, and Overwatch and LOL.
Right.
League of Legends.
Now, we do have some sad news, but we got plenty of other good news after that. Rest in peace to Noelle Neal, the first woman to play Lois Lane in the black and white serials and series. She has passed away, sadly, at the age of 95.
That is sad.
She lived a good life.
That
95 is a good age. But you will be missed. Rest in peace.
Yes. Do you know how she went? Heart attack or anything? Alright, well then, you know what? She probably went peacefully in her sleep, and the more to her.
Right.
You know, at least it wasn't a freak accident or something that she died horribly and...
Right. No, yeah, it was by the way, she died of old age, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't look too far into it.
Right.
Let's see. Rogue One. This is really upsetting to me, again, as being such a giant Star Wars fan. They might not have an opening crawl.
What?
Yep. They're...
You can't have a Star Wars movie without an opening crawl. That is its fucking signature. That is like handing me a bunch of roses and saying, here, and they're a bunch of daisies. They're not roses no more.
I don't want to watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then have to put in Rogue One, and then there's no crawl like the rest of them.
Right.
I know they're trying to be their own thing, but at the same time, they're also still trying to stick to Star Wars, so keep the fucking crawl in there. Right. You don't have to have the same fucking music or whatever throughout the movie. You don't have to have John Williams score the movie, but the fucking Star Wars theme should still play on the opening crawl in the beginning of the motherfucking movie.
Exactly. And
that just makes my piss to boil. I can't even rant about it because the rant would be even inappropriate for this if I go off on a rant.
That's just not cool. Don't change something as soon as you get it. Come on, Disney. We already talked about this. Like, fuck you.
Speaking of Disney and Star Wars, people are pensioning for the first Star Wars LGBT character to be based on a Orlando shooting victim. A super Star Wars fan who sadly passed away in the Orlando shooting. They're trying to get his likeness to be a character in the movie and also be gay. I don't have a problem with that, but
No, I don't have
you
a problem
also
with that either.
shouldn't be taking a tragedy to make a penchant for something like this.
Right. We shouldn't have things in movies based off of tragedies because then you're always going to be sad while watching that movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, movies are to entertain people.
But on the
guys.
other end of the spectrum, a pop figure was made of a Wizarding World of Harry Potter worker that was killed in Orlando shooting.
Wait, what?
On the one spectrum, we have Star Wars and Disney, where fans came out of the woodwork like, we need to make this guy love Star Wars, we need to make a character on him in his honor. And then you have the same thing at a Universal Studios worker who worked at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter was killed in Orlando shootings. Funko made a pop for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's cool.
That is pretty cool.
No one had to reach out for that. Funko and Universal teamed up on that one.
Right.
And that's what should happen. You shouldn't have to force feed it.
Right. That's just like
that's paying respect to someone. That's not like pushing for it.
This doesn't really have anything to do with our normal stuff, but there was a white male teenager that was shot and killed by cops. Wasn't armed, don't know the situation, but he died, and people are outraged that he's not getting any outrage for him. That you shouldn't be mad that you're not getting any outrage.
Right.
It's kind of a good thing, people. I mean, I understand that it was a tragedy, and our hearts all go out to you guys, but really, you don't need to push things. They're going to head there if it keeps up.
Right. Anyway, we'll get it off. We got 2 more things, and that'll be the end of our brand new episode. Yeah. Tyrese Gibson is also now returning, along with Josh Duhamel in Transformers 5.
Oh, yeah?
The boys are back in town.
Oh, hell yeah,
man.
man.
Together in the first one. You know, they kind of separated ever since that. They came back together in the third one.
And that's the same guy that plays in Fast and Furious.
Yep. Roman Pierce.
Yes, Roman Pierce.
Yep. He's coming back to Transformers. And finally, Lost in Space, which is an awesome old TV series, and they made a movie rebooted in the 90s. That is getting a 10-episode first season on Netflix. They're rebooting it.
Ooh,
and I love that show. Because it's like a mix of Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and its own thing in one. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Like, bam. I'm fucking hard as a rock.
All right.
But
Fuck yes. I can definitely sit down with some of that shit.
And that's it, man. Another great episode has been recorded. Yeah. We had a lot of news in this one.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of news. We had a lot of anger. We had a lot of outrage towards some things. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. Don't buy Number Mighty 9.
Mighty 9?
Mighty Number 9, whatever the fuck you're called anymore. I don't even care. Don't get it until it's on sale. It's not worth the $20 that I spent on it.
Check out that Resident Evil 7 demo.
Definitely do that. Other than that, I think that's it for us, guys. This was Luigi Bonanno.
Randy Lee Beasley. Take it away, Darren.
You've been listening to G.A.S.E Radio.